Good evening, or good morning. Good morning, and welcome to Wednesday morning Mystic Fitness. We're here at Victory Field. It's a gorgeous, cool morning. The air is just crisp, and it feels like a welcome reprise away from some of that humidity that we've been having. So we're here tonight, also at 6 p.m. That is done as a live class, so we do not record it, although you might get some little snippets of what we have to show. So we hope you can join us for that. Like always, our classes during the week are at 8 a.m., 8 to 9, and on the weekends they're at 9 a.m. We also have Saturday afternoon at 4. So there's plenty of options for you to come and practice. It's, I think, really important now is, it's funny, as I was walking here, I was thinking about how interesting and how crazy that we've gone through this whole season, and it's starting to even get darker earlier, and so that's always something that we have to adjust within ourselves. And so anytime we can move our bodies and get it going is a really good time. So welcome. Let's get into a comfortable position. Maybe you're starting off seated or lying down on your back. I want you to allow for your eyes to close. Allow for the jaw to soften. For you to just surrender to this moment. Notice what it feels like to open up all the doors and windows of your body, your soul. And maybe you give yourself a few breaths, long, slow, intentional breaths, sighs. Notice the temperature against your skin. The flowing energy that you have that creates this current from within. Notice what it feels like to be in this moment. Not within that chaos of the mind, but to truly be here, where breath meets breath. You might start to notice sounds from within this space, or even take in the colors that are dancing behind your eyes. You might start to, as you slow everything down, tune into any kind of tension or holding or resistance from within the body. And if that's the case, maybe there's a little bit of extra permission to soften any of the sharp edges or any of that tension that you feel. Notice all the places on the body that make contact with the earth. What does the earth feel like underneath the body? And start to cultivate a breath, letting the belly become soft, expansive as it stretches out. And as you exhale, follow that breath out. Let it all go. As you inhale, the belly, the ribs, the chest, everything feels this sense of stretch, this sense of growth from the inside out. And as you exhale, follow the breath out. Just let it go. Giving yourself a few more breaths to kindle this connection. See if there's more that you can take in with every inhalation, and if there's more that you can let go with every exhalation. And taking one more deep breath in. This time, as you exhale, open up your mouth. Just let it go. Give yourself one more breath. Inhale. And sigh it out. Make some noise. Take up your place in this world. Now, gently coming into a seated position, just gently moving your way there. Be nice and deliberate, be kind. As you make your way into seated, just start to move the head, the neck, the shoulders, finding a little bit of organic motion and movement. Maybe those motions and movements get a little bit bigger. So as you do that, starting to circle out the shoulders. Maybe even letting those hands go straight up towards the sky. And as they do, you might circle out the wrists. Wiggle the fingers. Notice what it feels like to celebrate the welcoming of this day. Shake out those hands. Bringing those hands up to the sky, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist open to the right, dropping left hand towards the right knee, right hand behind the back. Just go for a kind, soft stretch at the beginning. On your inhale, slowly coming back to center, arms stretch up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist open towards the left, right hand on the right knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, come on back to center, arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist open to the left. Think about, as you do this one more time each side, that our movements are a celebration of our bodies. Our breath is a celebration of nourishing our whole nervous system. Inhale, come on back to center. As you exhale, right hand down. Left hand stretches up and over towards the right side. Now, I want you to bend the left elbow so you can draw the left shoulder down and back. Soften the hips. On your inhale, look up towards the sky. Lift up the corners of your mouth. Joy starts from within. As you exhale, look down towards your hand on the ground. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, round down. Look down towards your hand on the earth. One more time. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, round. Inhale, both arms up to the sky, dropping the left hand down, bringing that right elbow into a deep bend. Rooting down into the right hip and softening those hips. On your inhale, open up the chest. As you exhale, look down towards your hand on the ground. Maybe there's a gentle pushing down with that left hand. Inhale, look up towards the sky. And exhale, round into it. And one more time. Inhale, look up towards the sky. And then exhale, rounding into it. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, hands down towards the knees. Inhale, roll over to the right side with the torso forward. And then as you exhale, round back. Inhale, rounding forward, creating this circular motion with our hips, with our shoulders. You can move your head, your neck, your shoulders. This becomes lubrication for our body. We're just creating that mixer-like sensation. You might notice those tender sensations, raw sensations within the lower back, stuff that we've done overnight. We can kind of ease our way into the day. And then when you're ready, just going in the opposite direction. Maybe you close your eyes the whole time. So as you move, you just start to feel where those tight ribbons of tension lie. And coming into center when you feel ready. Bringing hands to the heart space and gently bowing the chin. May we stay curious. May we stay open to take in the sensations and to take in the emotions. May we lead with grace. May we lead with love. If there's any other thoughts, intentions that you'd like to put in for your practice for today, feel free to add those in. And we'll slowly make our way into our tabletop position. Coming into tabletop, we'll find our cats and cows. So spreading those hands open wide or coming into a tented position, slowly lifting the tailbone up to the sky, let the belly lower and broaden the chest towards the front of your mat. Those elbows draw back, front of the arms facing the front of the mat. Gaze can look up or stay neutral. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis, round the back, push it up to the sky, drop chin to chest if that feels okay for you. On your inhale, lifting the tailbone, opening up the heart space. And exhale, rounding into it. And just 2 more times, finding that freedom within the flow of these cats and cows. Noticing how far you go down and up into these postures and how much opening or maybe softening you need to find. Last time, inhale and exhale. Coming into a neutral place right here, we're going to drop the left elbow down and start to lift the right knee up. Start to circle out the knee and the hip. Maybe you circle out the ankle, wiggle the toes a few times. You can go in opposite directions. So anytime you have to come into a 3-legged dog and it doesn't feel comfortable to do it on your hands and feet, this is a beautiful modification to come into. So put that into your arsenal for later on if you need it. Or any other time, maybe you stack that right hip, see what that feels like for you. And then slowly start to kick the right foot to the back of your mat. Arch comes down. Left hand is going to press down onto the earth. Find your modified side plank. Right hand reaches up to the sky. If you need additional support with balance, left foot can open up to the left side. And that right arm can stretch towards the front of your mat. And you might notice that whole peeling sensation through the right hip. Take a deep breath in, tuck the pelvis, lift up higher. And as you exhale, lower the hand down, lower the knee down. Coming onto the right palm or right elbow, start to lift that left knee up. As you circle out the knee, going in both directions, see if you can take some of the pressure away from the left hand. Maybe come onto fingertips or find something different. Circling out the toes and ankle. Maybe you stack that left hip on top of right. Again, beautiful modification for a 3-legged down dog with that lifted hip. Then slowly extend the left foot to the back of your mat. Right palm comes down. And then lift that left arm straight up to the sky. Tuck the pelvis. Lift up higher. Notice what it feels like for you to take the breath and bring it right throughout the whole body. Tuck the pelvis a little bit more. Lift the hips up higher. As an option, you can extend that left arm towards the front of your mat and breathe into the whole right and left side of the body. And as you exhale, release left hand down, left knee down. Press those hips back, coming into your child's pose. Those arms can stretch towards the front of your mat, or they can stay nice and soft with big bend in the elbow. Maybe there's a gentle swaying and pressing from hips. Give yourself a breath or two right here. And know that this place is always here for you if you need it. To pause, to breathe, to be. What is it that you need for your practice, for yourself? On your inhale, I want you to press yourself up, tabletop position. Tuck the toes and lift those hips back and up. Come into your downward facing dog. So in this down dog, feet can open to the wide sides of the mat. You can pedal through the feet. See what it feels like to lift up onto the tippy toes, to press those heels down, shaking out the head yes and no. So what's interesting for me is every time I find these postures, there's something different and unique that I can learn each time I come into it, because my body is constantly changing. My body constantly changes, my mind constantly changes. Then why do I let myself hold on to the stories of the past and let them be kind of written in stone? Because they're not. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. The posture is not the same posture as it was yesterday. Things happen and it changes us. Take another deep breath in and out. On your inhale, I want you to take that right leg, sweep it up to the sky, and then step it towards the front of your mat. On your inhale, releasing the left knee down, pressing those hips forward, anchoring into the left hand. On your exhale, right hand stretches up to the sky. Draw the hips down, and if you want to circle out the right arm, create as big of sweeping circles as it feels comfortable for you. Maybe circling out the wrist, see what it feels like to open up the right knee to the right side a little bit. Give yourself a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release the right hand down, tucking the left toes, lift the knee off of the earth. On your next exhale, press the hips back, dropping the head down towards the right knee. This is a very wide-legged Parashvattanasana. We're just kind of playing with creativity within the boundaries of the essence of a pose. On your inhale, bending into the right knee, I want you to step that left foot towards the front of your mat, coming into your forward fold, shaking out the head yes and no, and either bringing the elbows onto the thighs or coming into ragdoll position, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Maybe you bend and straighten the legs a bunch of times. See what that feels like for you. Wiggling the hips. Give yourself one more deep breath in and out. On your inhale, bend the knees, chin to chest, hands to thighs. As you exhale, roll up to standing. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. On your inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky. As you exhale, sink down into your chair. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, drop hands down, relax head, neck, shoulders. Inhale, hands towards the shins. As you come into your halfway lifted position, press the hips back, crown of the head reaches forward. Really roll those shoulders back into the sockets. Draw the abs in. Notice how there's more that you can gain from here. As you exhale, hands down, step your feet to the back of your mat, coming into your plank. First time, release down to the knees. Press those hips forward. Slide shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, for a count of 5, you're going to come down so slowly for 5. Drawing elbows towards the ribs. Unless you have shoulder issues, they can go out. For 3, 2, chest hits before the belly. If we can, fight for that last second. Now anchor into the glutes, squeeze into the hips. Inhale, head, shoulders lift up. Crown of the head is reaching forward. There's a slight tuck to the chin. As you exhale, release down. Inhale, press up, tabletop position. Exhale, down dog, pedal through the feet. So each time we come into a posture, notice how we arrive there. Do we have the expectation of the past posture as a shadow? Or can we just be in this moment, be here now? Feet come together. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, the right knee comes down towards the mat. Press those hips forward. Anchor into the right hand. And on your exhale, reach the left hand up to the sky. Pressing those hips forward, down. Draw shoulders away from the ears. If you want to circle out the left arm, do what feels right for you. You can move the head, neck, shoulders. Now the next time you have that left arm up in the sky, take a deep breath in. How do you fill this posture with breath? As you exhale, release it down. Inhale, tuck the right toes, lift the knee off the earth. As you exhale, press the hips back, draw head down towards the left knee. Wiggle the hips, shake out the head. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, bending into the left knee, stepping that right foot forward. 1, 2, 15 steps. It's all good. Shake out the head, yes and no. On your inhale, full, rolling up to standing, arms sweep up to the sky. Find joy within this motion. In this moment, exhale, sink down into your chair. Anchoring through the feet, tuck that pelvis, draw the shoulders away from the ears. As you inhale, press into the ground to stand up tall. As you exhale, hands are going to come together. They're going to sweep over to the right as you sink into your chair. Inhale, come back up. And exhale over to the left. Inhale up. And exhale over to the right. Inhale up. And exhale over to the left. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, sink down into your chair. Finding that little hint of a pulse, of a bounce. See if you can neutralize the lower back. Draw those abs in. Press palm into palm. Take a deep breath in. And out through the mouth. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Sliding your hands to your shins, coming into your halfway lift. Crown of the head is pressing away from the hips. Find length. And exhale, release down. Step your feet to the back of your mat. Come into your plank. Now, on knees or not, do what feels right for you. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come down halfway or all the way down. If you're coming down halfway, shoulders stay above those elbows. On your inhale, come into cobra or up dog. Broaden the chest, protect the lower back. Exhale, press yourself back down, dog. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, bend those knees. Look forward. Walk, hop, or step your feet to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Bending those knees. Inhale, rolling up to standing. Arms sweep up towards the sky. And exhale, open it up. Inhale, bend those knees. Reach up. Palms come together. Exhale, slide the hands behind the back of the head. Lean back into those fingers, into the hands. Inhale, arms stretch up towards the sky. And as you exhale, twist open to the right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. And exhale, twist open to the left. Press that left hip forward. Inhale, come on up. Now we're going to add a chair. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, open to the left. It's like a weird relay race. Inhale up. And exhale, open to the right. Inhale up. And exhale, open to the left. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, chair straight in the center. Take a deep breath in. And out. On your inhale, pressing into that right foot, lift the left knee up. Standing up tall, root down into the right foot. Draw those shoulders down and back. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, step that left foot towards the back of your mat. Arms sweep up to the sky. As you exhale, twist open towards the right side. Inhale, come on back to center. Arms reach up, goalpost, whatever feels right, hands on hips. Find that opening of your chest, the opening of what our confidence, where it comes from, what it feels like to be you. Without having any kind of pressure on us. The pressure is just to live, to experience. On your inhale, sweep those arms up. And then exhale, hinge forward. Hands to hips, root down into that right foot. The left knee is going to step in, left foot steps in, and then taps back. And then tap it in, and tap it back. So You can stay here. We're just tapping it in, tapping it back. Or if you want a little extra love or chutzpah, you can lift or hop that right foot, lift or hop. And we're gonna go for another 15 seconds, lifting or hopping. Make sure you breathe. Notice how you land for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land that left foot back. Open up the arms. Deep breath in. And then exhale, lengthen the front leg. Hands drop down, wide-legged Parashvattanasana. Just kind of experimenting. Take one more deep breath in. And out. Inhale, bending into that right knee. Allowing left heel to drop over to the right. Open up into your warrior two. Bending in to that right leg. You can bend and straighten it a few times. See what that feels like. Reach through the fingers. Draw those shoulders down and back. Flip that right hand up to the sky. Inhale, reach it up. Keep bending into that left leg or into that right leg. Find that kind of power. And then squeeze those inner thighs together. Take one more breath. And on your exhale, extended side angle, right elbow down. Left arm sweeps to the bicep, ear. Get nice and close together. On your next inhale, tuck the pelvis, lift, come up. And then as you exhale, face back to the front of your mat, drop your hands down. So follow along with me. Your toes are going to go over to the right, heels to the left. We're finding a modified side plank here. So you have the right hand up, the left foot is around hip level, with the option to extend it back if that feels best for you. And you want to tuck the pelvis, lift those hips up higher. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly release right foot to the back. Right hand comes down, plank. In this plank, drop down to the right forearm. Drop down to the left. And we're going to shift forwards and backwards a few times. Finding that little seesawing action for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight. Drop those hips down. Sphinx pose. Pressing into the glutes, anchoring into the hips. See if you can press into those elbows. Get the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe a wiggle, a jiggle. Feels good. Right? Just find some playfulness. Life is already so serious. Give yourself a deep breath in and out. Opening up those arms, palms down. Inhale, press up, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, pedal through the feet. Give yourself 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. On your next breath, bend those knees, look forward, walk, hop, or step your feet to the front of your mat, forward fold. Bending those knees, rolling up to standing, arms sweep up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Inhale, sweep those arms up, palms greet. Let them reach behind the back of the head, lean back, inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, tuck the pelvis. Let this be an opening of the chest. On your inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sink into your chair. Finding this chair position, pulse it out. Drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Really firm up through the belly. Notice the tension we hold within our jaw. We hold within places that maybe don't need to be holding on so much. Now coming up nice and slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, hinge down all the way forward, fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, releasing down. Inhale, rolling up to standing. As you do, take that right knee up. Palms can press in. See what it feels like to squeeze into the left thigh, lifting up through the crown of the head. We're lucky. Out here we get to stare at the blue sky, the various shades of green that just make up this landscape that we might not notice if we didn't take the time to just look. And that's what's beautiful about this world, is we have this opportunity to pause, to reflect. Do we always take it? Maybe not. Maybe not. Slowly stepping that right foot to the back of your mat. Sweep those arms up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, twist open towards the left side. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth, broaden the chest. Inhale, coming up to center. And then as you exhale, hinging forward, hands to hips. Shifting all of that weight towards the left foot, tap in the right and tap it back. So we want, and you're just going to continually do this, to load up this left leg. The right leg is just kind of doing its thing. We're working on balance. We're working on stability. Now, if you want, you can always, when you lift that right leg up or bring it forward, you might add a hop, strengthening the ankle, getting the heart rate up. What is it you need for today? Maybe it's stability. Maybe it's heart rate. 2 options. What is your diagnosis for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step that foot back. Arms reach up. Notice what it feels like for you to embrace this moment. Now straighten that front leg, hands come to hips. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward, really wide-legged Parashvattanasana. Give yourself a deep breath here. And out. Bending the knee. Inhale, rolling to come up. As you exhale, opening up warrior 2. There's a cute little doggy over there. I love watching animals that play. So as you find your warrior 2, see what it feels like for you to maybe open up the feet wider, bring them closer together. So I have a little one, 2-year-old, and I'm very thankful that I get to see the world through another set of eyes, where I take off my own lens of judgment, my own lens of life, and I get to watch as things are learned for the first time. This unbridled joy. We're running through the house last night. Flip the left hand up to the sky and reach it up, reversing your warrior, where I made a funny sound. And the eruption of laughter that came from that was something that was just out of sheer sweetness and love. It's like, when's the last time you just saw something and it doesn't have to be anything crazy and you just erupted in laughter and you just let it fill your body and you were just so in the moment, so in this moment. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, we should grasp. We should hold on to it and enjoy it. Life is meant to be enjoyed, regardless of all the crap that comes along. Take a deep breath in, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow down, right arm sweeps up to the front of your mat. And it's like, in life, there's going to be the dark times. And I know plenty of people, and I've done it myself, where I bypass it and I'm like, but it's going to be okay. And sometimes it can, but it doesn't mean we don't get to grieve the times that we have, the times that feel like crap. Like, it's good for us to kind of feel that, because without that, the beautiful times that we have, we wouldn't notice them as much. It would feel like when you always get to eat candy, you might miss out on how wonderful it can be. Inhale, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, that's an interesting example. Come up, warrior two. So as you come up to warrior two, we're gonna sweep our torso forward, arms up to the sky. Now here, follow along with me, hands to the earth. Drop the toes over to the left, heels to the right, coming into this modified side plank. Tuck the pelvis, lift up higher. Draw the shoulders away from the ears as an option. Left leg can step to the back of the mat. You choose you. Maybe it's different on this side than the other. It's all good. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, release. Left hand down, left foot to the back of your mat. Find your plank. Take a deep breath in and out. So this plank, we're doing something a little different. You could come onto your forearms, so you can stay in the hands. We're going to tap the right foot out, and then tap the left. And right, left, and right, left. Now, okay, keep going. We're going to do it for a minute. Now, if you want, you can also choose to come onto forearms, hold a static plank. You don't have to be in motion. You could come back to those seesaw, shifting forwards and backwards, forearms on hands. This gives us a beautiful opportunity to notice what happens within our body. When we're on planks, we're making weight-bearing joints, or non-weight-bearing joints. We're making them weight-bearing. So it's important for us to strengthen our wrists. It's important for us to breathe. So this gives us the opportunity. It's important for us to persevere. Or, how about this? Pull back. How many times do you rush forward going, yes, I'm going to get this, when maybe you should be saying, hey, let's pull back. See what it feels like. You have 15 more seconds. So they're tapping out side to side, seesaw, breathing, whatever you're doing. Take as many breaks as you need to. Permission is yours. This is your practice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into our plank, take a deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Flip the feet, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, your downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And out. Give yourself one more deep breath in. And out. We're all meet in our downward facing dog. Taking that right leg, reach it up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, curl the knee into the chest, roll forward. Inhale, sweep the leg up. Exhale, bring it over to the right elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, lower hands down. This time, inhale, right arm sweeps up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lengthen the front leg. And exhale to bend. Inhale, rolling up, drawing all toes to the left side of your mat. We're going to come into our 5-pointed star. Kind of my favorite posture. So if you notice, the moon has been available during the day, which is one of my favorite things to see. It's like that juxtaposition, nighttime essence, middle of the day. So what is it like to celebrate both sides, the dark and the light? Open up the chest. As you exhale, hinge forward. You know, it's interesting, even for me, and you might offer some side-to-side bends, if that feels right for you, or stabilize in the center, is that I notice as the moon shifts, I notice different patterns within my own sleep, within the way I want to eat. And I don't know, maybe it could be something within us that changes as the moon's pull on the tide changes the water on the earth. Maybe there's something that happens to us. So it's just that stepping back to notice what goes on within the body can be really important. Coming into center, find your wide-legged forward fold. Shaking out the head, yes. Shaking out the head, oh no. And then bending those knees. We're gonna roll up. And we're gonna drop those heels in once or twice. Coming into our goddess pose, draw those shoulders down and back. Now you could either stay here in stability, but my body today feels like movement is where it's at. So know that those are two options for you. We're gonna stabilize on the right side. Our arms are gonna go right, and then we're gonna lift that left knee as you draw your hands over to the left side. Now as you land, step down, toe, ball of the foot and heel, hands to the right, and then left knee lifts. Over and lift. Now think about, I'm coming into a very deep goddess pose, deep sumo squat, whatever you call it. I want you to think about how you land. Think about that. As you walk through your day, mindful walking is a beautiful way to take pressure away from your joints and to start to notice what your body's actually doing. Now every time you twist those hands over to the left, you draw that knee up and over towards the right, curl in a little bit more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to center. That right leg should feel happy. We're lucky. We get the chance to work our bodies. It's a beautiful thing. And then pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press to come up, all toes to the front of your mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, plank. You can choose to do this or not, right? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Flip the feet, inhale, upward facing dog, protect that lower back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up, exhale, curl it in, roll forward. Inhale, sweep it up, exhale over to the left armpit. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Inhale, torso comes up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, left arm sweeps up, draw those hips down. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. And exhale to bend. Inhale, rolling up. Pausing. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. Reach up through those fingertips. And then lengthening the front leg. Dial all toes to the right side of your mat, hands to hips. Broaden your chest or interlace those hands behind the lower back. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward. Let those hands reach up or keep them close to the lower back. Get the shoulders away from the ears or maybe just dump them down. Gently releasing the hands down. If you have a block or something that you can use to help support the body, bring it underneath the head. Let your left hand anchor into it And on your inhale, reach the right hand up to the sky. Shift to the toes. Draw those shoulders down and back. Hold for the exhale. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release the right hand down. Shifting into this position, draw shoulders away from the ears. On your inhale, the left arm stretches up. Notice if it feels good, bend and straightening the legs. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release down. Heel the feet in or toe heel them in and roll up to standing. Of course, you can always move your feet. Once you're up here, we'll find our goddess pose. Hands come together. Bring them over to the left. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, let that right knee either tap in or lift it up. Open it up and cross. So finding the pace that feels right for you. Find your focus that feels right for you. So every time I move my body, every time I push my body, every time I find compassion for my body, it's not because I'm weak. It's not because I'm punishing it. It's because I get the chance to work on me. So how do you work on you? Land softly. Breathe. Smile. Even when it feels tough, and that could be moving or stillness. What does it feel like to create that sense of joy? Reprogram the brain. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on in. Hands come behind the back of the head. Draw those shoulders down and back. Drop right elbow down towards the right knee, right hip. Sink down deeper. Inhale back to center. That left leg should feel like you paid attention to it. And drop the left elbow down to the left knee. Right? Just so we're paying attention. We see you. Come back to center and over to the right. Back to center and over to the left. Back to center and the right. And back to center and the left. Now you could go a little faster if you wanted. And notice here, I'm not focusing on the breath. All I want is for you to breathe. How you breathe. Let go of that sense of control. Sometimes it's so necessary. But I want you to focus in on drawing those abs in. Using your obliques to lift that torso up. Side muscles, obliques. We're isolating both legs. Sink down lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to center. Move slowly. Drawing all toes to the front of your mat. Reach those arms up. Inhale. And exhale. Release down. Step that left foot to the back of your mat. Or both feet to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release down. Either coming into your halfway lift, your upward facing dog, or your cobra. And exhale, down dog. Bend those knees, drop them to the ground. And we are going to just rotate our feet forward. Coming onto our glutes. Start to lean back. Hands can hook behind the backs of the legs. So a lot of today was about twisting side to side. And it doesn't end there. We're going to keep going. We're going to do what's called a Russian twist. Good for our obliques. Feet can stay down if you need a little bit more anchoring. And we're just going to drop our hands. They're going to go right to left, right to left, right to left. Again, I don't care how the breath goes. I just don't want you to hold the breath in any way. I want the breath to be as free, as flowing as it can be. And I want you to focus on the shoulders, get them away from the ears. Draw those abs in. Focus on something about you that makes you proud. External sources of happiness can bring that like flash of excitement, but internal sources of happiness is where it's at. And we have to find appreciation for each step that we take. Even if we're in muck, even if we're in dirt, those steps are what brought us here today, and that will continue us into the future. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up to center. Drop those knees. Let them open to the sides of your mat. Lift up through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, start to hinge forward. As you hinge forward, let the crown of the head reach away. Notice if you have a excess rounding. Sometimes we create these goals like, I need to fold into this pancake-like position. And instead, maybe we change our goals. I just want to feel better. I want to be pain-free. Maybe that just changes our perspective on the why. And that why is very important. The why, what creates that thought pattern for us, what drives us through life. Some of us don't consider, and maybe others of us consider too much. The why is always an interesting thing. And sometimes I feel like when I'm at my lowest point, it's hard for me to understand myself. How am I supposed to understand other people? And then I sit down and I look at that blue sky. And I hear the bells. And I go, it's all good. It's all good. Slowly lifting to come up, hands behind the back. We're going to shift that weight back and drop the knees over towards the right side. And come up to center and drop them over to the left. And then slowly taking our time, release down onto your backs. Drop left foot down onto the ground. Right ankle crosses on top of the left thigh. Coming into our figure 4 stretch, keeping that cross, hug the legs into the chest. If you have a wall, I suggest doing this against the wall. So your left foot can be planted into the wall. You can get really close to the wall. And if you need more support, the leg can go up the wall to give you a bigger angle. But it can feel really nice to not have your upper body being involved. I love any kind of supported postures. To me, get my body into a deeper place because I can let go of places that don't need to be doing the work. Give yourself a deep breath in and out. Relaxing the left foot down to the mat, uncross the right. Now bring your left hand behind the back of your head and roll onto your left side. You're going to kick your right foot towards your glute, and you're going to grab onto the foot, your pant leg, anything you can grab onto. Use a strap. We're finding this quad opening position. To me, this is a supported dancer pose. So think about pressing that right hip flexor forward, kicking the right foot into the hand. Taking a deep breath in and out. And then slowly dropping back onto your back, right foot on the ground, left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh. And then keeping this cross, hug those legs in towards the chest. Now notice the mat underneath you, the earth underneath you. What are the sensations that you can take in, even when you have fabric or padding under you? There's still these synapses, these sponge-like nerves where you can take in different things. The lights, the sounds. There's so much to take in this moment, and all we can do is just to find this simplicity. Simplicity of breath. Slowly dropping the right foot down, right hand behind the back of the head, roll onto your right side, kicking the left foot in towards the glute. Grab on the left hand to the foot, press the left hip flexor forward. Take a deep breath in. Like even now, I get to look over and at the field, just there's these little droplets of dew on the grass, and it makes up this beautiful little pattern of sparkle and color. And the way the sun peekaboos through the trees, how beautiful. Lower back onto your back, give those legs a squeeze into the chest, circle at the ankles, wiggle the toes. Drop feet down to the ground. We're just going to do a very long twist, so dropping both knees over towards the right side. Of course, if you want to stack the left leg on top of the right, if that's what you feel like you need. Take a deep breath in, relax the hands, relax the effort, and out. And then lifting those knees up and dropping them over to the left. Again, if that right leg wants to cross on top, just stack. How beautiful the trees sway in the wind. They move, they bob. And even when the wind has strong gusts, they sway in this very almost playful way. How flexible and strong and tall. How wonderful. Slowly lifting the legs up. And we're going to extend the arms, extend the legs, find a full stretch of the body. And then coming into your Shavasana, let those arms open to the sides of your mat. Palms can face up towards the sky. Letting go of any sense of holding, sense of doing. Maybe the lips separate. Suki no Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And slowly take a deep breath in and let the breath go. And encourage some movement, wiggling of fingers and toes as you continue to take some deep breaths in, finding this luxuriousness of this moment. And as you start to move the body, maybe you guide yourself over into a fetal position on one side or the other. And then gently using that top hand, press yourself up to seated. Bringing hands to stack over the heart space and just bowing your chin. May we constantly stay in awe of this moment. May we come back to breath as the gateway to this moment, to find peace, to find ease, to find joy. Thank you so much for joining me here. I bow to you. I see you. All that I am bows to all that is within me. Namaste. So thanks for joining. We'll see you hopefully tonight. 6 o'clock, Victory Field. Again, not done through Facebook Live, or join us Facebook Live weekdays 8 a.m. to 9, or Victory Field. Come join us. Even if it's chilly, we'll get you warmed up. And on weekends from 9 to 10. So thank you so much, and be well.